Welcome to Explorer D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome back. Up in the red again today. Just getting over a little sickness. First time I've been in the woods in about a week. Been several people sick with some sinus funk, and it's had me sidelined. Ain't been out in the woods. Anyway, up in the Gorge Proper this time instead of the Clifty Wilderness. Going out around some of the tributaries of Chimney Top Creek. Hoping to hit some fresh cliff line, but I know Don Shackelford's been in this area a lot, so may not be new, unseen cliff line, but hoping to find some arches today. There's also a potential waterfall there in the area, judging by LiDAR, so check that out. Have that in my back pocket for after a good rain, maybe. But let's head out here and see what we find. Headed off trail now. Sun's up. Already had to lose the weight. Hopefully find more than thick rhododendron today. Hopefully we find some arches. Found an old road bed. Maybe this will make for some easy walking out closer to where we go over the cliff line. More important than finding an old road bed, picked up on a deer trail here. This here should lead me out to the break in the cliff line. Well, made it below the cliff line. Unfortunately, the cliff line so far, pretty much just sheer cliff line. Headed up here closer to the top of the drainage. Maybe there'll be something there. If not, backtrack where I came. Head a little further down, get to the lower section of cliff line. A little sketchy, but probably could go up or down here at the head of the drainage. But we're already down here now, so let's go check this out. Pretty nice little rock shelter here. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of weathering on this upper layer. A lot of sheer cliff. A little water dripping over the side there. As far up the drainage as this is, unless you was here in just a monsoon, that'd never amount to a waterfall. But you never know unless you check something out. Anyway, I'm gonna head back over there to that cliff line, follow it down towards the creek, get down to the next layer of cliff line. Maybe we'll start finding some holes in the sandstone there. Well, there's no lack of cliff line in this area, unfortunately. A lot of it's been like this, kind of sheer. Not a lot of weathered stone. Still hoping as we head up towards the head of the drainage where the possible waterfall is, hopefully start finding a little more weathered sandstone. Didn't find any arches on the way in, but the good news is at least there was the waterfall. It's low flow right now. This is kind of up towards the head of a drainage, so it would take a significant rain for this to be much of a falls, but after a heavy rain, it'd probably be a pretty nice, roughly 20-footer. I also think with said good rain, there would be little side falls over here where that little notch is on the top of the cliff line there. Based on the base of that over there, looks like there's been the base of a snow cone at some point. Also, there's a little runoff over here to the right. You can see a little water running down it today. That wouldn't be a real photogenic falls, but that would still be a little cascading falls coming down that drainage there. Once again, though, it would take a significant rain because that's an extremely small drainage over there. And it's the head of the drainage here on this main falls. Not a super far hike into this, but still a lot of sideways walking on your ankles to get here and a lot of rhododendrons. So maybe a one-time visit, not sure yet. I'm gonna check out the cliff line here on the other side, see if there's anything that looks promising before I head back up out of here. Work my way up on top of this boulder under the rock shelter to the left of the falls. If you look just above the falls there, looks like there's a couple small cascades before the main drop. Also looking up above the falls there, looks like the next layer of cliff line up there may be where a lot of the weathering is. Looking up above the falls up through there, that stretch of cliff line looks really nice. Unfortunately, I followed sheer cliff line into the falls here, and I'm pretty sure that's all that's on the other side of the falls. So if I investigate the top of the falls there, that may be another trip. It would take quite a while to get back around to that point there. Good straight on look at the falls though. I guess I should have mentioned, I have yet to see any human or animal tracks here around the falls. So if anybody's been here prior to me, which I'm sure there has over the years, but no time recently has anybody been here. There's a saying, sometimes things are good from far, but they'll be far from good from a distance. Right up here, looks like there could possibly be a shelf arch in the rock shelter. Zooming in, it still looks that way. So, I may have to make that trek to the top of the falls sooner than later and see if that could be an arch up there. Came to the other side of the cliff line, just around from the falls, and as I anticipated, a lot of pretty much sheer cliff line down through there. So, I'm going to backtrack, go back around by the falls there, and go back out the cliff line I came in on. After getting over here closer to the falls, this little side drainage that I mentioned probably comes out of that little U there in the cliff line. There is some water dripping down right there today, so I believe that would definitely make for a side falls to the main falls here. One last look at the main falls before we get out of here. I'll probably submit this to KentuckyWaterfalls.com, and with the proximity of where it's at, might call this one Coomer Falls. Well, I came in along the lower sections of cliff line around through here, which was right below this little piece of cliff line you can see here. I think I can get up the hill right here. Looks like a little runoff down through there. As long as that's not mud under the leaves, I think I can get started up the hill here. And I'll try to take an upper section of cliff line back out of here and hopefully find an arch on the way out. Well, I have definitely not found the happy median here on this hillside. Went low, sheer cliff line. Up higher, sheer cliff line. I can see the upper section of a little stretch of cliff line right over there. Might try to get over there and check it out while I'm here. Definitely not looking promising. Work my way up here. There's the section of the cliff line I was talking about checking out. Found me another break in the cliff line to get up out of here, so we'll check this little run of cliff line out over here. We'll work our way back up through there. Well, looks like this little stretch of cliff line peters out right there on the other side of that road. Coming to a cliff line that I just followed around below. So no luck on an arch out through here today. Follow this back up, get on up to the ridge top. This ridge top has apparently burnt several times. There is an abundance of greenbrier. I did manage to get above the mountain wall, but the trade-off was all the greenbrier. Hopefully I can find a fairly easy path back over through here towards the trail. Since our off-trail arch hunt was to no avail today, came back up on this trail here. We'll just follow it around, come up by Hidden Arch. We've been through here on video before, the Hidden Arch Loop Trail. The trail follows a really nice stretch of cliff line out through here as you come up close to the arch. As we come up a little run of stairs, come out at Hidden Arch. Messed around here at Hidden Arch for a few minutes, got a few shots of the arch. One last look at Hidden Arch. Let's head on up out of here. If you ever take the Hidden Arch Trail or do the Hidden Arch Loop, you'll encounter this burl tree. I think it's safe to say this one's a male. Pretty heavy frost this morning. Sun's out, clear blue sky. Feeling pretty warm now. I think it's supposed to get around 60 degrees today. Feeling more like springtime. Headed back out towards Coomer Ridge Trail. And I'll be headed on up towards parking. Unless I see something interesting between here and there, I'll meet you at the truck. Made it back here to parking. If you can see over here behind me on this pole here, there's a camera there. Also, parking area here at Coomer Ridge Trailhead now has lights and it's freshly paved with new lines. So, Forest Service has put a little money to use over the winter. Wish they'd go ahead and get that suspension bridge fixed though. Anyway, today wasn't really successful. Did get to confirm a waterfall I thought was in the area, but no arches. Did get to see Hidden Arch again. It's a pretty nice little arch. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's adventure anyway. If you would, be sure to give me that thumbs up. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.